Alright guys, we are back for another Dokkan Battle video. Well. Got some hot takes. July 17th of 2019. 4th anniversary on Global. I remember it well. 4th anniversary on Global. Not at that exact time, but right before that I was in LA for Anime Expo that year. Very fun. Yep, July 17th, 2019. So that would have been right around when LR Tech Broly was dropping on JP Dokkan. Let's go about 7 pages back. There he is. Let's see. July 18th, 2019. There you go. Yeah, nice. Okay. All right, let's jump in. Let's see what we got here. Hot takes, by the way. Everyone loves them. Sorry. I mean, some people, more slop takes, and we could, all the different types of chatter, blah, 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 blah. People love them. That's it. So sick of everyone rewriting history about these two units. Oh, saying they'd age poorly. Pan, yeah, she was very fun, though. Like, she would, like, people were really enjoying Pan, like, being an absolute, like, little dominator, right? She was able to, absolutely obliterate Red Zone Broly, in a way very few units were able to at the time, right? Remember, the start of 2022, characters were really bad, right? Like, all the complaints we've seen this year about characters, this 2022 is even worse. Right, like for 6 months you had like nothing releases. They dropped the ROF Blues and Raditz and Goku and Piccolo, who could do nothing against Red Zone, the biggest Red Zone fights. Then they dropped Pan, who was able to make Broly her bitch, and it was fun. And then obviously the Blues, I mean, they were like the strongest turn 1 slot 1 character in the game, pretty much. Like Orange Piccolo was there as well, but like if he got supered instantly, he could take a lot of damage, whereas they, could tank, and they had dodge as well. Okay, alright, so I see Gamma 1 and Path to Power Kid Goku. I feel like a lot of people would consider this, like, there's certain points I bet you people would consider, like, their personal, like, golden age of Dokkan. I bet you, like, right around this. And now, like, I've seen enough people talk about the Cooler Worldwide. Like, the Cooler Worldwide, which definitely had a lot of great characters. People now look at it very fondly. And then we follow up with October of 2022, maybe the best month in the history of the game in terms of releases that is not a major celebration month, right? Where we get, there was 3 premium units in October of 2022. Path to Power Kid Goku, Gamma 1, Gamma 2. Oh, there's another one, Bardock. Bardock is the 4th. Attack Bardock came out, I think, on Halloween, exactly. So let's see what we got here. Plain knows who the best TUR. Oh, I mean, for me, it was easily Gamma 1. There were people saying Gamma 2 as well. Gamma 2 is definitely good, but, I mean, you guys know how it is. He was the damage guy, and, well, I mean, it's cool to be, oh, the damage is so good, but, well, If you know, and yeah, Gamma 1 is better. Gamma 1, I mean, even during the 9th anniversary, we were using him against Red Zone, Supreme Magnificent Battle Beast Gohan. Gamma 1 was crazy. Yeah, Gamma 1 have the damage reduction, guard, nullification. Kid Goku is really nuts, too. Kid Goku is dupe dependent. Both were crazy broken, yeah. Yeah, Gamma 2 was also, I mean, at least had a seat at the table, even if I think, like, Gamma 1 is definitely better. 2022 is the most iconic year in Dokkan history. It does seem. Oh, so this. Whoa. You can't do that, buddy. The modern Dokkan shit is something I've been doing for a long time, and I officially targeted it as 2019 was the official start. Although, we could definitely say 2022 was a different start. That was when they started doing the Red Zone level content, was in 2022, right? Red Zone level content. Everyone's fave, right? Obviously. Alright, so had the obvious power creep of the Red Zone, Vegeta and Trunks are the best antibiotic characters they've ever released. Is that true? Probably. Probably true. You're the 2 most iconic celebrations, 7th anniversary Cooler Worldwide. Had great events, best year for TURs. Best year for TURs. Might be the best year for TURs. I feel like 2021 had a lot of hits. 2021, like, man, yeah. I'm thinking of 2021. I don't know. I'm going to have to make a document myself, um, listing the releases in order. I've seen Toon Rami in a lot of videos has like a thing he does going over celebrations. I might have to make a document myself that I could just open up for some videos and just point to it like, boom, here you go. You know, here's what 2021 releases look like. 2021 probably had the best TURs. Probably. I don't, like, if you go back and look, there's, like, no L's. Because there's, like, Trunks and Goten into Broly, into Videl, into the GT Goku and Vegeta, into Kid Gohan, into Super Vegeta, who was crazy, right? Like, and then, you know, we had Tech Kefla, who was nuts. You know, Trunks was quite good, but obviously he hit the wall. And then, of course, you know, we get to the Tech Androids and then Super Saiyan 3 Goku and Kid Buu. I would probably say 2021 as the best TURs, but maybe that's something I could, you know, think about more later. They were the best in the game once they transformed, but they still weren't good. What? Still weren't good? Who? These two weren't good? Okay. Remember, with characters like this, both on original release and when they EZA'd, they were in, like, top 1 discussions. So, like, remember, you do gotta, like, if we were clarify, I assume him bringing up Extreme Super Battle Road, which was very relevant at the time these boys originally came out, makes me think he's talking about their original release in 2020, not their EZA in 2023. That's what it seems like we're talking about here. Yeah, I mean, they were up there, but Extreme Super Battle Road was just like a slaughter ground for most characters, right? Like, I remember Extreme STR with some of the demons it had, like Cooler and Omega and stuff, Full Power Frieza. I remember that was like the easiest no item of the Extreme Super Battle Road stages for quite some time, I believe. But a lot of those were very difficult. And these boys, I mean, you know, they are transformation units, so I mean, they don't work the greatest in Super Battle Road. And back then, you know, when they transformed turn 4, they weren't necessarily, you know, the dominators. Oh, here's 2020. Yeah, this is 2020 right here. This is the JP release order, yep. Really cut out the title of strongest characters? Well, Beerus was nuts. I am not the biggest fan of Blue Kaioken. Bardock, yeah, but I mean, look at these hits. Boom, 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 boom. This is crazy. Damn. It is common that they end the year with just killers in a row. Look at this. Look at the consecutive streak they jumped on. Holy fuck, man. Right? Look at that. Tech Gohan into Buhan and Vegito into Frieza. Frieza is the underrated one of the strongest Dokkan Fest TURs of all time on release. This guy goes under the radar, but he's on that list for sure. For sure. Gogeta was obviously super crazy too. Like that's funny. I feel like retroactively people talk about these two against each other, but if I was doing TURs at the time, I might have even had Frieza at 1, like when he came out. And I don't like Tech Gohan was a great aging character, but like Frieza, I feel like gets a little bit kind of like under talked about. And it also, it's because he is not EZA'd yet. We're now over 5 years since Frieza came out. And this boy has not gotten his EZA, which is pretty crazy. Pretty crazy. All right, let's see. Oh boy. Close your ears, kids. Close your ears. I love Festival. For me personally, I've always preferred defensive stacking characters, long events. Seeing the high defensive stats is always cool to you. Well, the problem is that Festival is the event all about offense, right? Like, only issue with the event is that it made the 10th anniversary fusions on a term limit. Yeah, because the thing is, if you could just stack the 10th anniversary fusions and then you just transform them at like the Daima phase, there would be like no difficulty. If you could just like prioritize them, it'd be insane. This guy was mid in his prime. Well, hold on. Time. His prime was 2 months. So in that 2 months, he was not mid. Yeah, mid does not mean bad. He was not mid in the 2 months. Was only a demon in the Omega fight. Granted, it was the hardest fight in the game at the time, and then the second hardest fight was Sin, which was a weaker version of Omega, by the way. It was about 2 months later, right? When Zamasu and yeah, this guy, the first tough stage of the Dismal Future Red Zone, this guy was good in because it was the Cell who was tech. So Goku had the type advantage, and he was able to do super well. But then, all right, we know what happened. We know. Dismal Future, Zamasu, Goku Black, the Goku Black and Zamasu fight, right? Fusion Zamasu. It was bad for him. It was bad. People are gonna give me shit for this. This character's better than GT Goku and Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta. Yeah, I mean, like that year. Oh yeah, I disagree. Very, very, like I adamantly disagree with that. For sure. No way I'm agreeing with this. These boys, I mean, from second one, early on in the fight, they could get blown away. I know people loved them dropping their explosion, but I always found the GT Goku and Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta to be a stronger character basically all year. In my experience, they were better than the GT Duo. I felt they stacked pretty quickly. Their standby was arguably better. I mean, it could just be a difference of playstyles, true. Like, I've seen a lot of people. There's a guy who still, like, nukes every single event, like, with them. Like, Spirit Bomb one-shots them, right? Like, for many people, this is, like, one of their favorite characters ever. I think they did a good job with the 2 Spirit Bombs. I think for my playstyle, I did like the GT Goku Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, though. Uh-oh. Truth is right, kinda. Don't believe in a true full dodge build. 50-50 split of dodge traditional. I mean, it depends on the character. But, I mean, every character having crit, yeah. It's just because, like I saw a recent, like, discussion. Like, I feel like I won this war. So, like, I'm not even really, like, super pressed about this. But, like, I did see someone kind of mention recently, like, truth. Well, okay, so imagine a unit has 70% dodge, and I'll go full dodge build on them to make sure that they do their job correctly, dodge. But the guy said, but a character that has 70% crit, truth won't put crit on him. And the reason is because those abilities aren't equal. In many situations in the hardest fights in the game, getting the dodge to proc is more valuable than, like, 1 crit. Right? There's, of course, like, there's points we could point out where it's like, oh, 1 crit, we had a 1 right there or something like that. But there's way more points where it's throw a hands up and it's like, well, dodge, build, or die. Right? So, but, here's the thing. These are all dodge build characters I did do. I mean, UI Goku is still, he has one job. It's dodge. If he doesn't dodge, he's not doing his job. Right? But I do feel these days, like, this is kind of, like, over. Like, for a while, a lot of people were saying, like, oh my god, you're arguing ghosts, but that was, like, factually wrong. But now, it's so minimal, the pushback I see on dodge. It is. Moving forward, it's going to be very hard to have a definitive number 1. Bro, well, I guess bad timing. Because, I mean, you never could have expected that they were yeah, well... Yeah, damn, dude. Goma is like, I've literally, only the most notorious baiters in the community have, like, pushed back on Goma. Even, like really, like, big-time baiters, or, yeah, Goma's one. And this, like, the most notorious one, you guys know. They were pushing back on Goma, but, like, Goma's pretty unanimous number 1 right now. So, it's funny. Hey, bro, Gino, that's good. You dropped that take, and then you manifested that into reality. That now there is a definitive number 1 now. With the addition, yeah, but I mean, you could never imagine. So, like, remember, Baby, like, his one, like, area of concern, like, if you would say, what's a criticism for this character's design? He's a little caught in between GDC fights and festival. What I mean by that is with perfect RNG, you will Baby turn 1, you'll transform into Baby on turn 3, and then you'll go into Team Protector Mechanic Great Ape on turn 5. A lot. Turn 5 is stretching it. And that's with perfect RNG. If you get him in turn 2, you can't use the Great Ape until turn 6. Get him in slot 7, turn 3, you're not going to see it until turn 7. So that is a bit of an issue, right, in using it in the GDC fights. Obviously, Baby's a great stacker. He works very well in Festival. Goma's giant form is dodge or get hit once. And then next turn, you've got him, man. So, I mean, yeah, we weren't going to predict that they were going to drop Goma the way they did. And make him, like, the best in the game, damn near at both. I think, like, Goma, to me, feels like the best unit in the game for the GDC fights. For Festival, I think, like, he's there as an argument with Tech Vegito and Tech Broly. Like, those are, like, the 3 best Festival characters, I think. Yeah, I feel kind of bad for it, but yeah, that's what happened. Yeah. Good for long-term fights and characters for short-term fights. And then they drop Goma, where it's like, fuck it, he's just the best at everything. Oh, that's it. Should mention I've been playing JP since 2020. Oh, okay. I don't know how you guys do it, man. How do you guys play global and JP? I don't know how you guys do it, man. I guess, like if you're, okay, like, we're gonna be, like, very cautious about how we use stones for stamina and stuff, right? Like, I don't want to use a ton of, okay, so, like, look at, well, I mean, this is back when he started his account. This is, yeah, Super Saiyan 4 Goku right there. But, like, oh, you're out of stamina, you don't want to use stones to refresh stamina, now I'll turn on my JP account, I guess, right? But for me, I mean, you guys know, like, I'm looking to have one of the best accounts in the world, right? Like, I've actually had someone who does have a legitimate, like, an account of my standing on global. Not quite as good in some areas, but it's at least an account. Like, oh, here's my point. Like, like, Nano's like, oh, you got to switch to global, and it's like, man, like, the preferential treatment of global, I would like to get that as well. That would be pretty sick. But, like, I can't just start over. And then, I did get, like, and me and Nano, we were talking, it was in this video. Well, it's in 2 videos, but, I cut the section out right here. And then it's from this nightmare right here, where I discovered that time-based missions can be practically impossible, on Android. Because, if they base it off of an iOS time, which is very stupid. So, I, discovered that, there. And, like, I was talking with Nano, and I was like, well, yeah, there's Amatsu doing that time, by the way. I was right there at the event. I think I'm just a little bit to the right of the screen. But, yeah, like, a global player did offer it, but, like, man, my account is my account, like, I've been playing the same account since June of 2017. I don't, this is why I stopped telling global players to switch to JP years and years and years and years ago, because it gets to a point where it's just like you're attached to your account. Like, I've been playing my account for so long, and now, too, I mean, there's this, they just gave me, like, I've completed Patan Battle with this system, right? So, when this Baba Shop currency, how what could I call this? Maybe like Patan currency? Does this, what is this? Dokkan earns over 3 billion lifetime revenue, not going anywhere. Oh, that ended up being true, yeah. What day is this? This is very true. Oh, that's just global player spending. August 20th, 2021. Okay. I'm looking for the Patan. That really didn't put it. Maybe, like, just put... Oh, man, Baba currency's not going to bring it up. But I'm pretty sure when this came out, I told players, like, hey, don't spend this on these resources. And now that's really come to fruition. This is not it. When did they add that Baba currency? It wasn't that long ago, right? I used to do, like, some Patan videos and stuff, but obviously it's basically just adventures. It must have... There it is. Yeah, here we go. I'm just gonna maybe... So this is a year ago this has been going on. Alright, guys. We are Hold on. I just want to I want to see, like, I just want to hear myself say, like, you know, save this currency or something. Let me see if I do. Okay, I don't think it was exactly this one, because I'm talking about it. I kind of allude to a lot of this stuff being pretty pointless right here. Like, you know, like, they had keys in here, which you shouldn't get. Um, I did understand, you know, people hate link leveling. This is obviously before Dokkan Day. My recommendation for link leveling would be to prioritize Dokkan Day. Obviously, that's, you know, don't worry about link leveling. Dokkan Day, do some in the Dokkan Day stage, and you'll be good. You'll be good. But yeah, anyway, like I ended up, so this Baba Shop currency, I basically haven't used much of it at all. So then now this Patan update, right? Like we actually go here and we go to the Baba Shop, and I have 6,000 available. And now I'm going to be able to use, you know, like, look at this. So I had 6,000. This is the number I had. So it's like, all right, time to just clear these Patan stickers out. So, like, now I have Patan Battle beaten forever. So I certainly wouldn't want to switch accounts now. I don't know. Anyway, let me know what you guys think. Another hot takes thread. I went off on another tangent at the end here. That's the thing about these. It becomes like a free-flowing kind of conversation. Like, you know, like, oh, like, let's, you know, check in on the trophies and shit. Like, all that type of shit ends up happening, right? So, let me know what you goats think. Thanks, guys, for watching. I'll catch y'all next time.